Welcome back to another segment of Caps and Flaco.
That's right, you heard?
He's Caps and Flaco.
That's correct.
Where we, you know, what we do, man. We do hip hop album reviews, right?
Is that what we do?
Yeah, man.
I thought we just pull up in any spot and just make videos about hip hop music.
We do that also. It's kind of like one and the same.
Oh, all right, cool. You know,
essentially.
Depends on the wording, you know what I'm saying?
The criteria that we do review these albums is based on lyrics, lyrical content, album structure, and the motherfucking beats.
Of course, you already know it has to have that, or else that shit is basura.
On the menu today, we have the two Daves. We have Dave East and Dave Style P.
Yes, sir.
Their latest project together, Beloved.
That's right.
We also have Torae, All Praises Due. Shout out to Brooklyn. And
Rasheed Chappell First Brick.
Yes, sir. Rasheed Chappell First Brick.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not sure what we're going to start with.
Let's start with the Daves.
Oh, the Daves. Dave East and Dave Style P, which I did not know Styles P's first name was Dave.
I didn't know it either until this little, I didn't know about it either until this project happened.
Yeah, man. So that was kind of interesting.
First and foremost, let's shout out Styles P, a true legend in this hip hop game.
Absolutely.
For those who don't know who he is, which clearly you lived under a rock for the last 20 years.
LOX.
He is one of the members of LOX.
Shout out Jada. Shout out Sheik.
Shout out Sheik. One of the dopest punchline dudes in the game, in my opinion, and one of the most best street artists we've had in this game. Probably. I don't throw that around too lightly. You know, he's inspired the likes of the young man that he did this project with, Dave East.
Right.
Shout out to Dave East.
Yeah.
You are definitely one of the bright spots of New York.
The Yonkers and Harlem representing.
You know what I'm saying? It was so dope.
Real big.
I love the fact that they named this the Beloved, because I think it's a reflection of their respect for each other. Like old to the new.
Mentor.
Yeah. You know, new to the old.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of like the baton passing type thing. So let's get into the top tracks. Well, the Beloved, of course.
Right.
Well, the Beloved, of course, it's lit. My niggas, these are all bangers. Very vivid storytelling, very vivid bars, very vivid. Like this is like I feel like this is like a homage to like what the golden era was, and it's the meat of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that.
To have a young artist that respects that era and continues to have that type of element in the music was dope. You know what I mean? Like Thoughts and Hotels, like they had the songs that can play
on the radio,
strip clubs and the fucking in the radio and stuff like that. My only issue with it was I felt the majority of the project was too repetitious in subject matter.
Okay.
Which that's like not really a bad thing.
Right.
Because again, like these are two street artists.
Right.
And Dave East is on the cusp of becoming that commercially valuable guy. You know, like some of these other guys like A Boogie and like those type of dudes. So I think like this is just another good staple in his resume.
Yes.
Like I didn't think that this was flowed as well as the project that Styles did with Talib.
All right.
You know, and
but you have to keep in mind that Talib versus Styles, that's two very different.
Sure. Oh no, absolutely.
You know
no,
what I vantage points in street rap.
To your point, what I loved about that project was that Styles kind of showed that side of him.
Showed his versatility.
Showed his versatility on that project.
I give you that.
I think this is just more of a in the pocket Styles, what he sounds like in 2018, which is dope. I mean, I thought the production, I thought the bars, I thought the content and the structure, I thought was really good though.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I just thought that it was, again, a little too repetitious. So I'm gonna give this project a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it
still an excellent rating, sir.
Excellent, because I thought it was an excellent project, and you know, like what I like about it, I will, and I'll tie it in at the end. There's like a lot of this big misconception that the quote unquote old head artists don't appreciate what these young guys are doing, right? And vice versa. This is a listenable, visualable contradiction of all that BS. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I support both artists. Shout out to Dave East, I'm a huge fan, and shout out to Styles. You always get my respect. He's my favorite member of the Locks. Always has been, always will be. So shout out to that man. Make sure you go support that project. So
yeah, man.
Caps is giving this a 4. Absolutely.
I feel as far as new school goes, East, Dave East, out of Harlem, he was one that stuck to the core essence of what hip hop is, and it originated from in New York City. Like, he stays true to his beat selection, to his lyrical content. He stays true to that grittiness of New York rap.
Correct.
So, yeah, he's new, but he has an old soul to him as far as where that comes. So I truly enjoyed. Yes, it is. I cannot. I won't disagree with you, because you're 100% right about the repetition of their of the content, but at the same time, I love the back and forth with it, because it's very nostalgic to me.
Absolutely.
With some new flair. I'm not gonna sit there and say like it's, you know, because the beats were just banging. Like,
they were retarded.
They were layered, and just the thing that I truly enjoyed about this is that you would have swore that Dave East was the 4th member of the Locks, because it was just too seamless. It was just too seamless to me. Like, was he somewhere with the shiny suits with these motherfuckers when they were on Bad Boy or something? Like, what's going on here? You know, so I know you called out a few of them tracks, and I agree with all of them, especially It's Lit. Like, yo, when you hear he goes, like, when you hear that, run, and then the beat drops. So, like, those little things, man, just so fire and just so gutter, and once again, it brings it back to the core of what this New York shit really is. I know you, once again, you called out like the Thoughts and Models, which is definitely should be radio play. I hope to hear that shit out there. Come from a different cloth. Rare Breed. All right, there's 13. Right, there's 13 legit tracks on this. There's not many interludes, and they put the interludes before a song, whatever. So, what have you? I thought this was a dope project, man. I truly enjoyed it. There was a little. I can't remember which track it was exactly. I think maybe. Nah, it wasn't Do You Know What Time It Is. I can't remember. But there might have been 1 or 2 songs there. But listen, out of 13 tracks, that means it's 11. I also agree it's a 4. But they stay true to who and what we are as New Yorkers. Agreed. As far as beat selection, and just as far as bars, and once again, like that back and forth, like that, there's a familiarity that they have with each other, which is so obvious behind the scenes, and they expose that in this project together. And I truly enjoyed this project, man. So I'm giving it a 4 myself. I'm glad
checked it out. I'm glad we had an extra time, because I look at this project and I say to myself, I hope they do another one.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? I was expecting, for what my expectation was, I don't think it met the expectation, because I think, like I said, the both of them is like kind of mirror image.
Right.
Like Dave East is what the Locks was. You know what I mean? As far as that.
Okay.
That's part of what hip hop is.
All right. Yeah.
But even with the expectation, it was a good listen, man. Like, I mean, when we initially were scheduled to do the review, I was gonna give it a 3, to be honest with you.
Had a little more time with it.
You know, which is how people should listen to things. Second,
next up,
we're gonna go with Mr.
Rasheed
Chappell.
Shout out Jersey.
1 Brick. I kind of saw this.
Time out. Hold up. Before you go, shout out to Big Bro, because he put me onto this.
I did. You did.
Sent me. I think this dropped. This dropped in September, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
And you know, you sent it to me like we every week. bro, check this out. You know, and you sent it, and I forgot what else came out because it was.
I think it was Denzel Curry, might have been Russ, around that area.
So then it got put on the back burner for me to listen to. I will, you know, so then we did another episode that didn't make the air, and then it was brought up, or at least it was selected to play as far as a Foodman Seeker. And I was feeling, I was like, you know what? So let me go listen, and we had something else to listen to, and I was like, let me go. And then I heard it that Monday morning, as I normally do when we start up our week. I was like, yeah! You know, you catch yourself on a train. But normally, I don't like doing this. I kind of like, I'll be on the train going to work, it's 5:30 in the morning and shit, and I kind of just say to myself, and just, you know, I tap my finger or something, and just, you know, do whatever, hold a pole, or make it. Meanwhile, I'm on the train like, I'm like, I know them fucking women like this. I'm there.
You just
I'm just banging. I said, what the fuck is wrong with me, man? Like, fucking, they got me all jammed up on the fucking train. I can't even listen to Rasheed on the train, man. I'm too grown for this. I'm about to be like, hey, showtime. I was about to fucking get on the pole and start sliding this shit. But, yo, I'm going to say this much. It was only really 9 tracks, right? Because the introduction, once again, this is Tri-State now because he's from Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey, man. Jersey just has MCs for days.
I can tell you,
listen,
before you keep going, do not get it twisted. Jersey shows be popping.
Hey, bro.
I know from experience, I performed out there before. Like, they get it popping.
Jersey is definitely hip hop, and they need to be recognized a lot more than just the 5 boroughs. Like, Jersey has to be included in
Their imprint was very valuable.
Yeah, man. But yo, my personal favorite on this was First Brick. I just love the beat on that, and also a huge shout out to this is a god, man. Kenny Dope, the producer that did every single track on this and every track on his previous project.
Correct.
Future Before Nostalgia.
Which is a classic, by the way.
Yes. The beats on here, like, I learned something here, right? Within this week of thing. Hip hop needs to figure out a way to finally like branch out and not have us all lumped into one category. Because the artists that we chose to do this week, right, all have one common denominator. And that is they are the core essence of hip hop, holding it true to form. And now when I say this, because there's no sing-song bars on this, there's no layered, like, manufactured beats on this. These are legit, true beat breaks that they're spitting on, which is just like it's just fucking banging hardcore shit through and through on all 3 projects. So best believe my neck on the train because it really made me take a moment and I'm gonna just say I don't know how we can push this the essence, the core that stay true to it up in the forefront. I don't think it's really possible in this time. Not right now, but at some point in time, you would hope and pray that it'll come back up to the surface. You know what I mean? There are artists, the J. Cole's and the Kendricks that are true to it lyrically, but they play with it and they succeed. And I'm so thankful and grateful to them because at least it's in there. But then when you hear these rugged, hardcore, like them niggas in the streets with us. Like you bump into these dudes in the bodegas that we go to. Like they not in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like in any way, shape, or form. You just have to appreciate and truly love it. Like, yo, that Kingsman track that was featuring quite a few dudes on there, and none of them I know. Like, yo, they all
Lil Fame from
Napoleon the Legend, Hus Kingpin, Lil Fame, recognize Ali. Yo, I mean, it was just like, dude, like you're sitting there like in shock and awe, just hearing these balls. Cause yo, it was like, nigga, it's 96. What the fuck is going on here? So once again, I'm just gonna say real quick, a true shout out to Kenny Dope, huge shout out to freaking Rasheed. I'm a true fan now. This I'm also giving a 4. Truly loved it. The only gripe I would say as an EP, 27 minutes, you just want fucking more. God damn it, I want more. And thank you, big bro, for fucking swinging that my way. Blessings. Oh, right here.
No, we good. We good. He pretty much summed it up. This is a definite. I remember, if you remember, one of the reminisce aspects that we do here. I brought up an album called From OC.
That's right.
Entitled Jewels.
Yes.
Which is basically probably the best-selling album from him that describes himself and his surroundings, and how he really got through what he got through to get to the finish line. You know, and he was basically leaving that information for the next person to pick it up.
Right.
This is an OC approved artist, and I feel like this album resonates a lot with that album to me. I'm sorry, this EP. It resonates a lot with me. That, listening to that album for the first time was the way when I heard this, it kind of had a lot of similarities to it. Rasheed, you're a beast, man. I'm telling you. K-Dope, yo, shout out to Rasheed Chappell, and shout out to K-Dope.
Yeah,
you know, like there's a lot of guys that they chase the sound that's gonna make the money, and then there's guys that like find their niche with somebody that understands their sound, and the marriage of both of them gives you a piece of work,
right?
Like this.
Yep.
You know, First Brick was probably like the single that, but I mean,
bro, it's like in a fucking time capsule. It's like literally somebody buried that thing in '92, and somebody dug it up September 14th.
I mean,
and so like, now here, listen to this. Like
songs like Aiding and Abetting.
Yep.
You know, where he kind of like,
that one's featuring Daniel's son, right?
Yeah,
who ripped it on that,
killed it. You know, he basically breaking down like how you gotta see the snakes out there. You know, you gotta see the snakes out there, and you gotta weave your way through a lot of shit to get to the finish line.
Yep.
But you can get to the finish line, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, My Epic Portrait. You know, these are portraits. Like, these are songs that are like, they're just bangers, man. Like, they're bangers, and you know, I can't even, to get into detail, is all I can tell you is listen to it. And the structure was dope. The lyrics were banging. The content was very what we grew up listening to. So, you know, there might be a little bias in that. But
the one thing I will say on a flip, which is something like just subconsciously to think about, everything that he's spitting about, right? This is 2018.
Same thing that you could relate to.
So this is the only voice of
Banana
the people
King
that
on
we
B-Way.
really have.
That fucking beat is fucking unreal.
This is the only voice we have is this hip hop.
And that was with DJ Scratch. Shout out to EPMD, you know.
Without struggle, this is our only voice is hip hop, and not much has changed in our life, man. 40 years.
Like I can't give an EP a 5. I'm giving this a 4.5.
Understandable.
We've reviewed a bunch of albums and a bunch of EPs, and some of them have heavyweight names, and I haven't revisited it as much as I've been revisiting this piece of work. You know what I mean? Once again, shout out to Rasheed Chappell. Shout out to Kenny Dope. And shout out to AJ Rock Squared, a young lady I follow on IG. Okay. She actually posted the single. And that's where I got my first introduction to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. Make sure you give her a follow as well. And she posts dope artwork. She's about the culture too.
Awesome.
She's always at them mix shows and graffiti art things.
Thank you,
Make
Lord.
sure
Thank
you
you.
give a. I appreciate you, fam.
Good?
We appreciate you. Listen, we not internationally known, but we worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like. And now the main event of the evening.
Yeah. Once again, this is one artist working with one producer solely for the entire project, just like Kenny Dope and Rasheed did. Same thing here. All praises due.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is this. Shout out to Torae.
Word. Seriously.
I'm gonna try not to let my Brooklyn bias influence
It's going for Musman, but you deserve it.
this review. But happily, I'm not gonna need it
That's true too. That's true.
because this shit is fucking fire. Bananas. Only 8 tracks though. And an
7.
intro, 7.
7. Torae.
Listen, hold on. First of all, that Start Godly track right after the intro, if that does not get you in the mood to listen to the rest,
Get you cooking.
or get you cooking for your day, or you walked out and you had a great day, you got that, you nailed that interview, you brokered that deal, you got that shorty that you've been trying to get with forever, like, and she was always turning you down,
Definite score.
right? That's the fucking intro, outro, in the middle. Like, what a way to start a project.
Yep.
All right? Then that's my word.
They just threw the volume up on us, so
It's fine. Listen. I'll put it to you like this. If you love lyrics, content, punchlines, references, storytelling,
banging beats.
production, you want to make a fucking souffle with that?
All praises.
This is your man. My only knock on this fucking album is you only gave me 7, bro.
Thank you. That's I got nothing. Yo,
Tom, you only gave us 7, man.
I will say this though. Before you, I know there was beef with the label, which is why, because this was supposed to drop early in the year. You remember on Instagram, he was like, after Sky Zoo dropped early, Torae said it's coming, and all of a sudden, whatever happened, and then so obviously there were
Well, we don't know that.
issues.
No, we don't know that.
Well,
No, we don't know that that was the project that was there, or they.
Oh, I got you. Then
We
he
don't
came
know.
in. Well, I'm saying, this might attribute to why this is
Maybe.
only 7.
Maybe.
Whether it was a, separate or not.
maybe.
But like, so it's just like, yo, you get it, you hear it, like, oh, and it's like, yo, it's over. 22 minutes.
But wait.
22 minutes. It's not enough, bruh. Not enough.
So I don't give EPs a 5. I can't. Yo, this is as close to a 5 you're gonna get in the EP format. I'm putting this there with the Black Thought project. I'm putting this there with the Locksmith project.
Oh, hey.
This is a 4.5, man. And I've been listening to this shit non-stop since it came out.
Sorry, I'm giving you a 4 because I'm not gonna forgive you for that. And on Die Hard, you kept going. They turned the volume down on your ass, so you probably had another 2 more minutes of bars to spit, and they shut the lights off on
Listen,
your own
Tom.
joint. So 4 for me, B.
You want Captain Flaco approved? We gonna be in the building on the 28th.
SOBs, baby.
No, it's at the Blue, no, isn't it?
I thought it was SOBs.
Well, wherever show that's at,
We there. I thought it was SOBs.
I already caught my merch. I'm in there.
He ain't buy me shit.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to Boom Lifestyle, though. Shout out to Boom Lifestyle, the wine side. I love you, baby.
Yeah, you
Always
know.
take care of me.
Shout out to Living Lovin'. Make sure you check them out. Use code SuckerFree Podcast and you get 5% off.
Yo,
No
Boom
doubt.
Lifestyle. What we use? You
doubt.
better let me know what we use.
Yo, but Tor, listen, man, huge fan. You one of my favorites of all time.
Word up, Torae.
To ever do it.
Keeping that Brooklynite rapping lineage strong, man. Like, yo, pass that torch, man. Brooklyn
Yo,
don't
listen.
stop. Brooklyn don't stop.
Brooklyn will never stop. We are the home of the spitters, man. You know what I'm saying? For our reminisce aspects.
Let's get it.
I'm sticking on the Torae bandwagon.
Okay.
Sticking to it.
Too bad, so.
Daily Conversation.
All right.
Which was the first album I ever sunk my teeth into. And all these albums that we listen to, they all have the same thing. Bars.
More bars.
Beats.
More
Beats. And to be that early in your career and to have to make a piece of work and conceptually put it in a manner where you can consume it on and on and on with no skipping and keeping it true to form, like to see that from him at that stage to now and just perfecting that. That's
track on it?
Daily Conversation. I mean, my favorite joint on there on the Daily Conversation was a clip was with
Oh, but the album as a whole. All right, I got you.
But I mean, joints like Call Me,
And this
fantastic.
is back on Wait.
Think about it.
Wow, oh wait. So 10 years ago.
10 years ago, absolutely.
Dopeness,
So you know, like
dopeness.
songs like Think About It, Switch, I believe was the feature with Skyzoo. But you know, like that's you first class, man, in my book, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You first class. So Flock,
Yeah, I'm ready.
what do we have for the seekers?
Bro, what'd you hit me with this morning? And I forgot to post it. I didn't forget, but I didn't want to talk about my headphone problems this morning. But I almost missed my bus for work this morning. I had to go buy some headphones at fucking 5. I was like, nope, battery's dead on this piece of shit.
So
You can get them.
I'm at the job last evening. I work overnights on my 40-hour gig, my 40-hour grind.
12 a.m. Friday mornings, new music drops.
Yeah. And a young lady that I follow, who is a huge Cole fan, Jackie Ramirez. She posted this song on her story, Instagram story.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, Rhapsody dropped an album? No, it's a single. Featuring J. Cole. And it looks like it's gonna be on the Jamla compilation.
Jamlo 2.
The name of the song is Sojourner, featuring J. Cole.
Realest niggas I know always kept it real. And I'ma tell you, black on black murder been whack. Knife turn me up so they can hit me in the back. Yeah, and that's pretty hard for me. When you see hope for niggas and where they all ought to be. Scared to grow wings, Birdman with a bunch of Carter beef.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're trying to get us jammed up.
Trying to get us jammed up. Don't worry, just master editing will get us through. Shout out to Rhapsody for giving us real bars with real beats.
Female MC. Nice
You
one,
understand?
though. God bless
with
you.
real vision,
Nice one, God
with
bless you.
real depth, with real variety,
4K.
with real wordplay.
4K.
Females. We gotta start putting these females that got bars in the limelight, man. I'm tired of this shit.
And we will. That's what this platform is here for.
I'm tired of these one-trick ponies getting their shit off. Tired, man.
All right, before he gets some of those, some of them beehives and them other hives coming after us before we even get off the ground.
Just saying.
Like, share, subscribe,
That's right.
comment,
Yes.
and most importantly,
Well, listen, before that, make sure you support the albums and projects that we reviewed.
yes,
Beloved,
Beloved Davies, Styles P,
Rasheed Chappell, make
First
sure
Brick, and
Torae.
Torae.
You understand?
With praise. Praise
Get
all
out
praise
there,
is due.
all praise due. Make sure if you in the New York area, You look that up. I believe it's November 28th. He's gonna be in New York City performing the cuts. We will be in the building. I can tell you that. We will be there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Living Lovin'. Shout out to Boom Life.
Home lifestyle, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you give them a follow.
Yes.
And like my little brother said,
Stop making stupid people famous.
you already know.
What's up?